Hey, everybody. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Just sitting here talking to Mike, just like old times, but trying not to talk about too much till we get live. When he started telling me about robbing the bank, I said, well, let's hold that for the chat. I know, but I'm so glad to see Mike back. I was telling him people were asking me if I talked to him and how he was doing and about his reptile, just different things. And I'm like, no, I really haven't got to talk to him. So I thought this might be a good way. Um, what kept you warm?
Hey,
To
everybody, glad to be back.
first, I'll just talk to him. And hey, Craig, good morning. Good evening. Good evening. So yeah, it was awesome to see you back, Mike, and way past due. So what's going on? Tell me what's going on.
Miss all you guys too, a lot. I've been having technical difficulties ever since you asked to go live tonight. Keep losing access to my camera and mic.
Oh shit.
I'll be here as long as I can.
Well, I don't want to overdo it either and keep you on a long time. So, um, what's you got moved? It looks like.
Yeah, still trying to get settled in, but new kid is helping me unpack boxes.
And you've got your reptiles there with you.
Yep, all the reptiles are home.
Awesome. I know you're glad about that.
Yeah,
And your kitties.
and my two kitties.
Is that looking out the door behind you?
The front door is
Okay.
here.
Yeah. Awesome.
Hey, BJ.
What did you have, Craig? I haven't been reading the chat. Well, let's see. You still have your car? I know you
Yep,
do, but just
still have
filling people in.
the
Got your
deal.
license.
Been awesome on that. So I haven't been
Awesome.
able to make a payment, but here and there. And so far, everything's cool.
Great. And you said the doctor still won't. Hey, Dr. Black, the doctor won't let you go back to work.
Nope.
Blackie said, good to see you.
Hey, Blackie. Yeah, we're getting pretty close to the point. I may have to defy the doctors and find something to do.
Did you mind if Sam posts your PayPal in this stream?
That's fine.
Well, the other thing Mike was telling me was that, and he told me that no holds barred, that I could ask him about anything. Because you know me, I need to know. I need to know things, damn it. But he said that he had got denied for disability, which everybody does the first time. You literally got to be in a coma on a ventilator to get it the first time, I think. I don't know anybody. And I got denied twice before I asked for a judge, a disability judge, and then I got it. She hooked me up too. So that's pretty normal. And he's already got him a lawyer. See, I was thinking I could just do it myself, but then people said get a lawyer after I got the first denial. And then we got the second one, even with the lawyer. But when I went to see her in person, I guess she thought I was pretty damn pitiful, so she gave it to me.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time. It moves pretty quickly, though, just a few months, as I remember. I was gonna pay someone here, but I don't see the the B. Carry my tanks. Huh.
Oh, trash cat.
Let's see, BJ. Well, I had the right one the first time. I was denied first time lawyer. Got it fixed. No cost to me. You know, the federal thing is set on the. I thought they got like a third, like a regular lawyer. You know, they usually get a third if you sue somebody or something, or that's what I've always thought.
Yeah,
But
mine gets 25% of the back pay.
all mine got was a percentage. I think it was 7%. It shocked me. And he said, "Yeah, you signed that up front." So that was really nice. I know him and his wife. She especially, she has Chihuahuas, and she sometimes works in the office, but they've been supporters of the art over the years. And like if they knew about a dog, you know, that needed help, of course I would try to help, do what I could do. So small town. Let's see.
Yeah,
Lucky
pretty
I.
much.
Oh, Sam, I bet it looks good. Did you see that unboxing he did on Pam's the other night?
No, not yet.
He's been collecting some Pam and Sarah art. It's just the weed out the people who aren't serious about it for some nonsense. What the hell are y'all talking about? Don't you always get denied your first? Yeah. A lot of people think you can just get it, I think. Uh, and they're, you know, we were talking about that. You see people and you wonder, well, hell, what are they disabled for, you know? But I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm just finishing up my chicken and rice. I had to get some in me. They don't want to give out anything for nothing. Right, trash cap. Can you imagine? The bad thing
Yeah,
about it
they
is
don't have a problem giving it out to people who don't need it.
that's what I'm thinking. A lot of people that really need help with it, and I mean, physically, I didn't, um, but a lot of people just can't deal with the aggravation and the red tape and stuff, you know. And I think a lot of people probably ought to be on it that are not. And conversely, a lot of people might be on it that shouldn't be. But I guess they make mistakes. Glad I'm eating. Trash cat. Trash cat's my granddaughter. I think I told you that. She adopted me, so it's good to have another one. Your husband got it, BJ, the first time around? That's the only time I've ever heard of anybody getting it. That's great. I bet it was a long time ago, too. I'm just betting it was. Guessing it was. So what's been keeping you busy, Mike? What are you doing there?
Oh,
Are you
been doing
unpacked?
some volunteer work, unpacking boxes, getting attacked by the cats, and all that good stuff.
He said he was getting out a couple of cats spayed and neutered, a couple of new kitties. Hey, Jeff. Welcome. What kind of work are you doing? Volunteer work?
I'll volunteer at the food bank because they've been stuff like
Awesome.
that.
That's great. That is awesome.
I don't know what I would have done without them.
Food is so damn expensive now.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
For a while, every week I was going, everything was increased. You try to look for the best brand for the lowest price, and then you get to the point.
Every
That
time you
doesn't
go
work.
to the grocery store, it's like, what the hell?
Hmm. Do you guys get old age pension in America? Yeah. Um, you get Social Security can start it at 62, and most people go to 65 because you get more, or you can go to 67 and get the most. But usually the difference between 62 and 67 is not worth 5 more years of hell or 5 more years of working. I was trying to make it to 62 and I made it almost to 60. It was like a month before I turned 60. And I said, I'm done. Put a fork in me. I'm out of here.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike. Yeah, Floyd's in the bathroom looking at himself. He's been caged all day, so he's checking out himself. Oh, wow. He went from working as a paramedic firefighter 1 week to fighting for his life the next week with stage 4 cancer. The age, I agree, the age is too high because the average lifespan for a man right now is 78. I saw that statistic somewhere. I hope it's true. And I'm going to be 68 in a couple of months. So.
Yeah, with the way Social Security is, it's going to keep going up on age where you can get it.
And when I turned 67 last November, um, they cut or they combined my disability with my Medicare, with my Social Security, um, and said that that's what it would be from now on. So whatever. Of course, you get Medicare through them, which is not the best, but at least it's some kind of insurance. I'm going to die before it's available to me if they don't get rid of it entirely. Yeah, I have a November birthday. Huawei, why? Sagittarius. Another piece of the puzzle there. How is your king snake, Mike?
Good.
I bet he's big.
Yeah, not too much bigger than he was, but he's still mean as all get out.
Really? Medi-Cal in California, and it pays 100% of my doctors and medicine. I
That's
guess
one
that's
good thing. I got medical insurance last week for 98 cents a month.
wow. It's awesome. Is that through Medicare?
No, it's from the used to be Obamacare.
98 cents. Wow. Well, you're not a Sagittarius, Huawei, I don't think. Or if we keep working until age 76 to 82. I think it should be different for men and women. I actually do, because women always live longer. I don't know what their age is now, but 78 for men.
I got approved. We have a program that pays my two most expensive medicines that are $1,000 a month
Crazy.
each. So I get them free.
Probably Coro. That's the way they did here in Tennessee with smoking and drinking. I get close to 18 and they moved it to 21. Craig, do you all have anything there? Like pension? Now, I do have what really is a pension. I really do have that from a job I had for 16 years. And it helps a lot. It's a little over $500 a month, so it helps a whole lot. We do have TennCare, and TennCare is the best insurance you can have. Let me tell you that. I don't qualify for it because I draw. You draw your check instead of getting it mailed to you and stuff. But I don't. I draw too much to get TennCare. But when I worked in commercial insurance at Blue Cross, they had the contract for the state of Tennessee. I guess they still do for TennCare, and the things people would get approved for, they'd never get on the commercial side. Hey, Sketty, aka Sarah.
Hey, Sketty.
Nona Sarah.
Yeah, we have TennCare here, and I didn't meet their guidelines. I don't know how I couldn't, but
Because you're not on the street, probably.
probably. And that I'm a single male. Every program discriminates against single males.
You're right. That's another reason I think the ages should be different for men and women, not just one generic age.
Looks like I probably lost my food stamps.
Oh, really? Because you got approved for the... Yeah, I don't get that because I make too much. Imagine that.
Hey, Pam.
I was going to put the link in chat, but I didn't. I'm afraid to now.
Yeah, don't remind me, Sam.
Yeah, you got all the things. All the things. Plus you keep snakes. That will do it.
My landlord still doesn't know I have them.
Oh, really? How often will they come to visit you?
Never if I don't call them.
There you go. Need to get you some pictures of fish to hang in them, like a background. I've started pulling some of my backgrounds out that I took off fish tanks, and some of them are going to work pretty nice on some of these tanks.
Well,
Wood and stone and stuff. I've got one that's all
your reptiles in one room now.
I've got them all back in this bedroom that was just a spare bedroom, never even was used. So I've got all that shut out in the living room and where the pond is that's not set up, but I've got them all in here. I've got a couple more tanks though that I want to squeeze in here because I'm not going to put fish back in them. I've got a 29, a 33, and a 40 breeder. They'd have to still get in here somewhere. Hang them from the ceiling, maybe. The other night, Pam pushed me out of my chair at the end of her stream, and I fell into the chameleon enclosure back there and busted loose some of the screen, just where the little rubber thing holds it down. I got to take a pizza cutter probably or something like that and stick it back down in there.
Yeah, I've got all my tanks in the bedroom too, except for 2 are out here in the living room.
How come you kept 2 of them out there? Your favorites?
Well, the king snake's one of my favorites, but just couldn't get any more in there and still have room for a bed.
Yep. I only have, I've got a 20 tall too. I just remembered that. I only have 2 tanks with water in them in my bedroom now. I used to have 11. So I'm down to 20 something tanks. I haven't decided if I will do ink pen or stamping. I'm thinking about doing the stamps.
I've still got about 6 tanks sitting down at my dad's.
Well, you need to get those up there and put them in your living room. Maybe with
Much room in here either. It's a pretty small house, but
I'm thinking the only way I'm going to get those others in here, there's a closet there, and it's just got stuff I never used or want that can be thrown away or donated, since it was a guest room closet. But if I open that door, or even take the door off the hinges, even better, I can set a 40 rack in there.
hey, Bruiser.
Hey, Bruiser. So I might do that.
I changed the internet from Clearwave to T-Mobile.
How do you like T-Mobile?
So far it's pretty good.
Do you have your phone on that too?
No. My phone's through Straight Talk.
If you have Medicaid, you can get a tablet and reduce costs for internet as long as it's one of the internet companies. But again, I don't have Medicaid. I make too much. Hey, Don. I'm trying to start breeding some ball pythons. They lock up, but they never do make eggs. So keep trying. I'll keep trying it. I was trying to look at what this is. Oh, I've got 2 of my new snakes. I know you haven't seen them unless you watched old videos. I got a pastel yellow belly pied male. That's who's on the thumbnail.
Cool.
And then with him, I got a cinnamon yellow belly orange dream female. And I got those off the US ARC auction.
Oh,
They have some good stuff on there. Some days they have a lot of stuff that runs a couple of days, and then some days they just have like 10 or 12 things. I'm going to start writing on my glass what I have. Hey there, little girl. One thing I like about having them all in one room is I don't have to sit out in the middle of right in the middle of the house. You know, there's like a great room or whatever, dining room, living room together. So I never could control the temperature out there comfortably for the rest of the house, but back here I will be able to. I've got the air conditioning turned off, and when I'm sitting in here, I just run a fan on me so they stay nice and warm. And in the winter, I'll probably put one of those little safe oil heater things in here, and it'll burn it up in here, keep it nice and warm.
yeah, I still haven't got all the snakes plugged back in, but slowly but surely working on it.
I have one of my sprinklers. When I first bought this house 20 years ago, I was stupid. I had a big sprinkler system put in, It's like 7 or 8 zones. I don't know. But anyway, I used it the first couple of years, and then I realized I really couldn't grow much out here but moss because of all the trees. But it started running a few weeks ago, and I thought, well, it's just like a cycle or something. But it ran for several days. So finally, I called and asked the water company to come and turn that off because it's on a different meter. And for, I don't know, 15 years, it had been $20 a month because that's what, just to have the meter there for them to read, you know, but not using any water. So it's $160 something. Jesus. So I told them that since I, you know, contribute a little bit every month to like a water loss program, so they said if you get the sprinkler fixed, then we'll reimburse you that. And I'm like, well, y'all turned it off, so it is fixed because I haven't used it. You see how many years? So they said they're going to see if it'll go up and I can get my money because I don't want to pay that. And it was all out back. It was all into the woods, stuff I've let grow up, you know, like the garden and stuff. It wasn't even on my front yard. I tried to fix it, but I couldn't. They said a valve must have gone bad in it. And why it was running is because I live about halfway down a hill, so I was getting water pressure, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Who's got a pet kangaroo? I'm missing some good stuff here. Probably ride a wallaby. I'd like to have a wallaby. They're cute. Those kangaroos will mess you up. I know better than trying to ride one of them. Freaking cute things. Oh, really? Belinda's got a reptile license. That's nice. So she can collect stuff and ship it over here to Mike and I? Can she ship stuff out, Craig? I know that's going to be a no. A hard no. They will fuck you up, like Bob said. I don't know if we could get something out of Australia. I would like to have a carpet python, but they get big. Here comes Wormback. She thinks I've forgotten about her. I'm trying to make her sit in the chair by me, but she's just heavy enough that she likes to sit up on my pot belly. That's what she's doing now. She's a good girl when she's sleeping. Yeah, she is. Oh, I said Belinda's got her reptile license, so can she collect and ship things out? Like if I wanted a carpet python, a carpet snake. I love those jungle, that pattern they call jungle. They're so pretty.
That's the only time he's good is when he's sleeping.
Right. And she's going right to sleep too. That's all she wants to do is appear to sleep on me. I used to do my granny that way when I was real little, I remember, and I bet I was much worry to her as Worm is to me. Karma. Saw one looking at itself in someone's window. It was creepy. What, a snake or a kangaroo? No, she can't. Oh, damn it. She could put it in some crystals, right? Like a box of rocks and put it in there. Need import license. Well, kangaroo. I had a bunch of questions I was going to ask you, Mike. I can't remember most of them now. You've still got your cats. And your reptiles. But no fish. You're not keeping any fish now?
Not right now. I've got my outdoor pond set up on the porch, but nothing.
Oh, cool.
Yet.
I guess unless you're going to put some cold water or something. Welcome back, Don. Then you won't even set it up this year. Mike, what's your method for hiding snakes from the landlord?
Just really don't have one. They just haven't been here, so they come to pick up rent. I just meet them out the truck, so I don't think it would be a problem anyway because the landlord's an old family friend.
That's convenient that they come and pick it up.
Yeah.
There's a kitty back there.
Yeah.
Under the TV.
To terrorize.
What a big yawn. The only one that really, well, a couple of them, but the only one that really comes in here a lot is Rosie with the bobtail. And I've locked her in here a couple of nights, not realizing she was in here. She didn't care, but she doesn't bother anything. I've got to clean a bunch of habitats this evening and feed. I'm going to start feeding my mice. I've got live mice. I've got 2 colonies of mice from one pregnant female mouse, and I didn't feel right feeding her to a couple of the snakes have to have live food. And then she had like 12 babies, and then they all had 12, and then they all had 12, and that's just this summer. Like they're pregnant in 8 weeks. Boom. So I'm going to start feeding some of the males instead of buying mice every week. But I'm not happy about it. I found a couple of little babies that had got trampled, or I thought, now if it's too crowded, you need to either thin them out or set up some. The stores want to buy them, but I'm like, but then I'll be buying my own mice back. I'll be taking a loss on them, but still feeding my own mice. So I just need to suck it up and feed them to them.
Hey, Aqua Garden.
Hey, Rick. I hope you're doing all right. How many bedrooms do you have, Mike? You said it's a small house.
Just one.
Oh, okay. There's Anthony. What's up,
Hey,
Anthony? I need to get back with you, Anthony, and try to get rescheduled with you for Fish Mafia or Reptiles or both, whichever you want to do. All the above. Are you going to start? The kangaroo was leather that people had. Kangaroo cleats. Jesus. Are you going to start back up live streaming on your channel?
Yeah. Where I'm at on some problems there.
You didn't hear what he said? Always said he didn't hear what you said.
I don't even know how many subscribers I have now. Probably lost it.
Uh-oh. He must have hit a damn button. He started glitching. Oh, okay. Well, that was like a jump scare there, wasn't it? I didn't even have to make the face. Whoops. I'll see if he comes back. Let me make sure he's not back there. I don't want to keep him on here a whole lot longer anyway. Plus, I got to get my butt busy. I've been gone at the Ark all day. Screaming cat. There he is. Uh-oh. You're there, but you're not there. It's a circle of death. Hitting them buttons. I don't know. He said he's having trouble with this internet. It might be that. After this, Vibes Aquatics live stream. Keystone. There you are.
That was weird.
Yep. Reptiles would be better having to take down your fish room temporarily. You know, I've still got the convict fish from Nathan. I feed that tank all the time, and I just pretty much leave it alone. It doesn't have anything but a heater and a light and a ton of plants. And I thought, I'm going to look and see if they're still in there. And they are. I just add water as it needs.
Internet for a second.
Do what? I can't remember who's the guest tomorrow evening. And then that guy, the Brandon Twerbitt, he and his wife, I think Tiffany, it's B&T Reptiles. They're in Knoxville here. They were on several, y'all probably remember that several months ago, but their setup was so bad, or their Wi-Fi or something, that we just couldn't hear them or see them. So he asked me, he reached out a couple weeks ago, so they're the 29th. And then that guy, Nate Snakes, he's awesome. Did you happen to see him on here, Mike, maybe a month ago? Or he is just awesome. He's out in Washington
I'm so
State.
far behind on video, so.
Well, he's awesome. He's kind of like Patrick's younger self or son. They're just alike. They both know a lot of stuff and can speak on just about anything. And both self-taught. Yeah. After tomorrow's stream, whoever that is, it's awful. I can't remember. Oh, and Gray's Reptiles, that was on maybe a year ago. His channel has gotten really big, and he has the real nice ball pythons. They're coming back sometime next month. So there's like 5 or 6 people scheduled. Yeah, Nate Snakes.
I don't know if I'll be on Reptiles tomorrow or not. I don't know if I'll be home.
That's all right. Don't sweat it. I wish I could remember who the hell it was. I keep wanting to get me a little calendar. You know, did I give all those calendars away? I think I did. All those fish calendars. I was just thinking about those. I looked at calendars at the pharmacy yesterday. I had to pick up a prescription, and they're still full price. I'm like, the year is over. Y'all need to mark those down. So I wasn't going to pay $12 for 3 months of calendars. Reptiles, Don, it's Friday night at 7:30 Eastern time. It's Mike and Pam, Punchy Paints, Susie Q Aquatics, and Exotics, and myself. There are 4 of us, and since we all we're primarily fish people, but keep reptiles, we wanted a way to just show our reptiles, and sometimes we do talk about fish too, but it was just to showcase our reptiles. So it's Reptiles, because we try to have a guest that talks about something like Sarah Snake Shop. She's like an expert breeder and source on corn snakes. She's been on twice, and she actually joined the panel. She said she would come on once a month. We were going to try to do like the first Friday or something like that, but it didn't work out the first month we tried it. So it's just whatever Friday she can come on. I'd love to have Nate do the same thing, but I don't know that he wants to do that, but he is coming back again. So both of them can talk.
Thank you so much.
But we were just trying to think of a name that, but yeah, come on in. I don't remember who the guest is tomorrow. That's awful. That's why I need a calendar, because I'm always doing Tennessee Fish Mafia Sunday and then that on Friday. But I'm trying to focus more on the reptiles right now and get it to take back off. DNA snakes. Yeah. I love your new, well, it's not new, but your channel name.
Yeah, I really enjoy when Sarah's on. She's got so much information and knowledge.
She's got a big sale going on, but Jesus. She's even got those groups. She's got like 3 to a group. I sent her a message. I didn't need to do it, but a while ago about, and Jenny Lynn always gets me in trouble. She posted on our Reptiles Facebook page. We have a Facebook page too, Dawn, called Reptiles. And we usually announce on there who's going to be on the YouTube channel on the stream. And I've been streaming lately, but we were rotating it like a month or a portion of time. So, but right now I've been the one that's been streaming, and the others join in. I have a customer that wants to give me 2 leopard geckos. Well, that's a nice gift. Oh my God, at the fish store yesterday, well, I was there for rats and stuff, but he had 2 saltwater fish. One was a wrasse, I forget what kind, but it was like an 8-inch wrasse. And then there was a snowflake eel. And that thing was a good size, like 2 feet. It was a bigger one and thick too. And he had those 2 in 2 different bags, and then 3 clownfish. And he said that a lady, someone that she works with, gave her a 16-gallon cube, and those were in there. Can you imagine? 16-gallon, and they were that big. And so he gave her like wholesale price for them and got them. I may check on that eel and see what he wants for it next time I'm in there, if he's in, because that would go good in my 125. Unless it's going to start eating my fish. It's used to coral. Just have 2 ponds. It was our business name. We've been breeding corns. Yeah, I remember that. I remember you saying that on the stream. You're out of fish. I'm down to 20-something tanks from 80, and I'm enjoying it. I mean, I still love the fish I've got, but I'm really not missing having to do water changes on 4 times that many tanks.
Yeah, that's the reason why I got rid of all my fish. I just couldn't do the water changes anymore.
Yep. It's really so much easier to take care of the reptiles. I mean, you'd have to do some work. You have to do good husbandry for sure, but, you know, picking a poop up out of a tank and once a week and changing the water 2 or 3 times a week beats the heck out of, you know, changing the water in that same 40 breeder. Mini wrasses get quite large. I can't remember what that one was. It was green and blue, like turquoise. Trash cat. Yeah, I had 80 tanks. It might have been 80 something, but 80. Then I got down to 66 or something for a long time. And then I had to decide if I was going to break down some others. I've still got those plexiglass tanks in my living room sitting on their end. Hey, Vinoski.
Moxie.
Yeah, that's where all these tanks came from. Trash cat. Wall-to-wall tanks in here. Floor to ceiling on a couple of walls. Yeah, that rainbow rack that I used to have here. That's what I'm looking at. It's 3 levels of tanks. See, I've got them everywhere. Everywhere in here. And I'm going to start handling this guy or her because she is such a sweetheart. Oh, hey there. She ate yesterday, so I'm surprised she would even turn her head. She sometimes doesn't move for a week or 2 weeks. Ambush predator. Look at her. She's showing out for us. How about that? That's what you need, Mike, right there. A blood python.
I've thought about it.
Yep. She was bought from the store where I get a lot of my stuff. Not Rob and Ethan, but here local in town. And she was bought 3 years ago. And she was a little juvenile, and the guy, for some reason, had to get rid of 2 big snakes, and she was one of them. And he had a video at the store on his phone of the guy handling her, and then he would bring her up and lay her on the counter. So he did that 2 or 3 weeks, and I told people that, that she ate frozen thawed, but it turns out that was wrong. She eats live. She eats a big rat once a week, and she's ready for it too every week. But she's real gentle. You wouldn't want to get bit by her, that's for sure. But I need to start handling her. I've had to move her a couple of times. She's in a 30 breeder right now, so same as a 40 breeder, but lower, shorter. And I had her in a 20 long for a while to quarantine her, but so I picked her up and moved her in there, and she didn't fret about it at all. As long as you stay away from the action end of her, she's too big to really do anything quick otherwise. She's a fat girl. She's overweight. Dr. Black, nothing like mopping poop from the bathroom to wake up to. What? What do you have that's pooping in the... That's right, it's just early morning there. Same here, water changes too much, getting old. Yep. Well, I've been old, that's the thing. If I hadn't got a python when I went on disability at 59, I had 8 tanks, and then within a year I was at 20. Oh, lost him again. Tarantulas take the snakes and isopods. I've got everybody has one Asian forest whatever thing. I can't even think of what it is. What is it, Worm? I have one of those, and I have isopods. Several of my setups are bioactive. I never have to clean snake poop or take sheds out. I still have 3 of them that are like that. They're self-sustaining so far. I'm going to see if Mike's ready to get off here when he comes back. So I told him I wasn't going to keep him a father. Oh, okay. I guess I was nosy. Yeah. I didn't think about that. Since we're talking about animals, I just thought animal. Like you think he's a medical doctor. A lot of times when you have older parents, you whether you're a nurse or a doctor or whatever, you have to learn stuff to take care of them. So I think Dr. Black is Kind of like Patrick, he's well versed on many things. Well, worm baby, yeah. And she lays in the most uncomfortable position. She won't hang her head off the other way. She has to bend her neck back like a worm. Live-in carer for my folks. Yeah, and I'm sure that's a full-time job too. I don't know if they do it there or not, and it's none of my business either, but here they finally have it the last few years where people that are in that position that, they have to take care of a family member, that they can actually receive some government pay or assistance for it. And it's usually cheaper than what they would pay somebody that's, a nurse, a private duty nurse or something. Plus it's the family. Lots of insurances provide respite care too. They'll pay for a person to come in and let you be off a week or 2 weeks and somebody else. My wolf spider got an egg sac, then died the next day. Well, would the egg sac still have babies and hatch? When I was putting crickets in with the leopard geckos, I've got 3 of those still. And I've got frogs and the chameleon. Somebody I put crickets in had a spider in there, but it looked like the crickets had been working on it. Something had. But a leopard gecko got it before I could get it out. Yeah, government pays me, but it's not a lot. Oh, no. Well, I wasn't being nosy. I was just saying that here they do it. But that's good. They should. That's good because it certainly saves them money overall, I'm sure. Well, that's good. I need to get some kind of compensation for having to keep worm on the tip. Yeah, if it's got the sac, you would think they're fertilized. Yeah, that is awesome, Blackie. A lot of people here, especially the younger people, sound like an old fart. I am. Just think it's a burden to take care of older people, and they don't think about who washed their ass when they couldn't do it themselves. Anyway, I don't think Mike's able to come back or not coming back. Some Mike started following me just now on TikTok, but I bet it's not him. Unworn capes. I like that. I like that, Coral. Coral, where are you at? I don't think I've ever asked you that. Are you in Australia? Or is it a secret? My mom is moving in soon. Gonna turn my garage into living quarters for her. Pretty happy about it. Can't wait to have my mom with me. That's awesome, Anthony. My sister, that's only 2 years older than me, but her health is worse than mine. One of her daughters, when she got married 20 years ago, or maybe a little more than that, wanted to buy her house from her where she grew up. And so she did. The son's grown up and moved out now and has a wife and children. And she moved back in with the daughter. And that's, even though it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, they enclosed the garage. She wanted like her own little apartment out there. So she comes in through what used to be, what was a carport. I remember now it wasn't a garage. They closed that in. So and she has her little bathroom. The only reason she comes in is to eat. She has her little dog and all that. So coral has one of those weird Australian names, though. Nearest to Portland, Oregon. What made me think to ask you that? I don't know what. There was something that I saw in a video or something. And I thought, I'm going to ask him that. But yeah, I knew Portland, but I don't know. Confused again. Reva the first. I don't know what the Reva is. I see y'all saying Reva, calling him Reva. I used to know a girl named Reva way back in disco times, and we would call her Reva Diva all the time. Well, I'm thinking about ending this, especially since Floyd's ghosted me again. And Mike apparently can't get back up here. And Worm, that means you're going to have to get your little butt up so I can get up and get to work. Reva the first. So this is Thursday. Tomorrow night, we do have a reptiles guest. I'm sure, and they might even be in here. That always makes a great impression when you can't remember who your guest is. This girl, Mariah, and Wizzo Brandon. Is that coming on now? And crafted in 30 minutes. He must be going to do it live from what you call it. All right, I'm out of here, guys, and take a break real quick before the other starts up. And thanks for coming, and thanks for supporting Mike. And don't forget his PayPal's there. $5 goes a long way when you've got nothing. So, thank you, guys. Love the fish fam and the reptile fam. Love y'all. Be good. And don't get caught if you're not good.